very good morning and welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha Television. My name is Aishwarya Kapoor, where our top focus continues to be the Samajwadi Party feud. Now, Mulayam Singh Yadav has blinked, says that Akhilesh Yadav will be the next chief minister and that the party is united. Well, apart from that father-son saga, there is a father-son-in-law saga in the bulletin as well, with Donald Trump appointing his son-in-law as advisor. All the details on that and much more in this bulletin, starting with the headlines. Mulayam Singh's olive branch says Akhilesh will be the next chief minister if party wins, refutes reports of imminent split. Akhilesh faction asks Election Commission to expedite decision on party symbol. Election Commission asks observers to crack down on black money and illegal inducements, briefs 200 expenditure observers to ensure poll guidelines are followed. Cooperative banks laundered crores of rupees during note ban, says Income Tax Department. Banks in Alwar, Jaipur, Delhi and Pune routed black money at unprecedented scale. President expresses concern over plight of temporary migrants abroad, calls for upgrading of skills of those seeking jobs overseas, awards 30 NRIs and PIOs for their contribution. And Donald Trump names a son-in-law as a senior White House advisor. First potential political assignment outside the Trump campaign for Jared Kushner, who is a property developer and publisher. Well, in a fresh twist to the Samajwadi Party row, now Party Supremo Mulayam Singh Yadav in a late-night development said that the Akhilesh Yadav will be the next Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh if the party wins in the elections. Now, speaking after his return to Lucknow, Mulayam also said that there is no split within the party and that he will soon embark on campaigning throughout the state. Now, the development came on the day when he led his faction to the Election Commission, taking claim over the party's symbol, the cycle. Though he did not present further documents of support, he impressed upon the poll body that the party convention called by Ram Gopal Yadav was null and void as he was already expelled. Now, the Akhilesh faction also met the Election Commission and sought a quick redressal of the matter, while the opposition parties have accused the Samajwadi Party of diverting attention from core issues affecting people in the state.
चुनाव के बाद अगला मुख्यमंत्री अखिलेश यादव ही होगा। दूसरी बात हम कह रहे हैं कि पार्टी की एकता के लिए पूरा प्रयास है और हमारी पार्टी एक है, कोई पार्टी टूटने का सवाल नहीं। तीसरी बात कहा कि पार्टी के प्रचार के लिए हम जल्दी निकलेंगे, उम्मीदवारों के जिताने के लिए, प्रचार के लिए बहुत जल्दी पूरे प्रदेश का दौरा करेंगे।
इलेक्शन कमीशन हम लोग गए थे ये मांग करने कि जो पिटीशंस दोनों तरफ से हैं उस पर बहुत जल्दी फैसला कर दें, क्योंकि 17 तारीख से नॉमिनेशन शुरू है।
तो 90% समाजवादी पार्टी हमारे साथ, नेताजी ने भी कहा कि हमारे पर राय किया गया, सब तो उधर ही चले गए हैं। जब नेताजी भी स्वीकार कर रहे हैं, हमने डॉक्यूमेंट पेश करे हैं, तो चुनाव आयोग साइकिल हमको देगा और हम असली समाजवादी पार्टी होंगे, हमारे संरक्षक नेताजी होंगे और जो लोग गुमराह हैं वो कम से कम उस पार्टी से दूर हो जाएंगे, तो पार्टी में ऐसे लोगों को सफाया भी हो जाएगा।
आप ये देख लीजिए कि पूरा उत्तर प्रदेश और देश चुनाव में जा रहा है, सारी पार्टियां सक्रिय हो गई हैं और वोट मांग रही हैं। ये घर ही में अभी वोट मांग रहे हैं। कौन कह रहे हैं कि हम असली हैं? असली और नकली की पहचान तो जनता इनको करवा देगी इस बार।
इस पार्टी को प्रदेश की चिंता नहीं है, इस पार्टी को मुद्दों की चिंता नहीं है, इस पार्टी को उत्तर प्रदेश के मतदाताओं की क्या आकांक्षाएं उसकी चिंता नहीं है। इनका जो यात्रा होनी थी शुरू, वो भी समाप्त हो गई शुरू होते ही। तो इनका संघर्ष जो है वो सिर्फ पार्टी के अंदर सत्ता के लिए है और वो सत्ता की लड़ाई पार्टी के अंदर लड़ रहे हैं।
कांग्रेस पार्टी का सवाल है, कांग्रेस पार्टी ने अभी कोई ऐसा निर्णय नहीं लिया है कि किसी भी दल से, चाहे वो समाजवादी पार्टी हो चाहे कोई हो, किसी भी दल से कोई समझौता करने का निर्णय नहीं लिया है। और आज का निर्णय ये है कि हम सभी की सभी 403 सीटों पर चुनाव लड़ेंगे और किसी से कोई समझौता करने का प्रश्न नहीं है।
Meanwhile, a Samajwadi Party leader Mulayam Singh Yadav has also demanded the re-recognition of Ram Gopal Yadav as the leader of the party in Rajya Sabha. Now, Mulayam Singh wrote to Rajya Sabha Chairman Mohammad Hamid Ansari informing him about the expulsion of Ram Gopal Yadav from the party and, in effect, as its leader in the upper house. Now, Mulayam also urged the Rajya Sabha Chairman to shift Ram Gopal's seat to the backbenches. Now, acknowledging the receipt of the letter, the chairman's office said that the matter will be examined. However, there is no word as of now on whom Mulayam will appoint as the party's new leader in Rajya Sabha. Now, Ram Gopal Yadav, remember, is close to Akhilesh Yadav. Mulayam Singh has identified him as the main reason behind the feud in Samajwadi Party and the Yadav clan. And ahead of the assembly polls, we in our special segment are taking a closer look at the constituencies of the state. Now, Lucknow district houses 9 assembly constituencies in Uttar Pradesh. Lucknow city is among the top 15 cities of India by GDP growth. Now, ranked 6th in a list of 10 fastest growing job creating cities in India, Lucknow has emerged as an important centre of governance, administration, education. Let's take a look.
Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh capital, was once known as the Awadh region. The city of Nawabs, or the city of Tehzeeb, is today the administrative headquarters of Lucknow district and Lucknow division. The melting pot of cultures has beckoned visitors for ages with its Lucknowi kebabs and biryani. Home to extraordinary monuments that are fascinating blend of ancient, colonial and oriental architecture, Lucknow has been no less vibrant politically.
Lucknow's political nursery of UP, leaders like Chandrasekhar ji, Biswanath Pratap Singh ji, Mulayam Singh ji, and are active. They started their political career from Lucknow, and even C.V. Gupta, who's known as the founder of the Lucknow, he is the most of the senior politician. He started his career from Lucknow. Even Lalji Tandon, Rajnath Singh ji, representing constituency, Lok Sabha constituency of Lucknow, and a former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. They were all, started their political career here.
Voting in Lucknow district will be held in the third phase of 2017 assembly elections. Approximately 35 lakh residents will exercise their franchise on February 19th. Ahead of the crucial day, they are flagging issues of the development.
एम्प्लॉयमेंट के लिए हमें बाहर ना जाना पड़े.
सरकार को कुछ ऐसा करना चाहिए जिससे ट्रैफिक रूल फॉलो हो.
The 9 assembly constituencies of Lucknow are Malihabad, Bakshi Ka Talab, Sarojini Nagar, Lucknow West, Lucknow North, Lucknow East, Lucknow Central, Lucknow Cantonment and Mohanlalganj. Notification for the third phase will be issued on January 24th, with January 31st being the last date for nominations. Scrutiny of nominations will be done on February 2nd, while withdrawal of the candidature is on February 4th.
From infrastructure point of view, HR point of view, planning point of view, security point of view, from all the points, all the on directions, all sort of things, we have all done all preparations.
Currently, Lucknow East is represented by BJP's Ashutosh Tandon, while Lucknow Cantonment was held by former Congress UP chief Rita Bahuguna Joshi, who later joined the BJP. The rest of the 7 assembly constituencies are held by the Samajwadi Party members.
Lucknow has been the political nursery of several political bigwigs. Electoral history shows that voters of this district have given chances to various candidates hailing from different political parties. However, if the MLAs did not meet the expectations, they were shown the exit door. Now again, Lucknow is all set to witness a fierce multi-cornered contest. Reporting from Lucknow, with camera person Shiv Kumar, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
And the Election Commission has asked its expenditure observers to keep a strict vigil of instances of black money use and illegal inducements in the lead up to the elections in 5 states. And now the full body commission briefed 200 expenditure observers at a special session in Delhi. Now they have been deployed exclusively to ensure a level playing field for all the candidates during the election. Well, the EC asked the observers to ensure that the new poll guidelines laid down by them are strictly followed. Well, the new rules warrant that donations received by candidates and political parties in excess of 20,000 rupees should not be in cash Also, candidates have been asked again to open separate bank accounts at the time of nomination and to incur all the election-related expenditure through that specific account only. Well, the Election Commission expressed concern over the use of partially or fully owned newspapers and also the channels by the candidate or their sponsoring party. The EC has said that the expenditure on it must be included in the account of the candidates as per notified rate cards. With the maximum limit for expenses for each candidate in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Uttarakhand is 28 lakh rupees, while that in Goa and Manipur is 20 lakh rupees. And former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh released his party's manifesto for the Punjab Assembly elections on Monday. The many promises include crackdown on the drug problem, employment for the youth and even free books for all children. Although the manifesto did not touch upon the SYL Canal issue, it did make a reference that said that Punjab's water was for the state.
The Congress party released its manifesto for the Punjab Assembly polls in New Delhi on Monday. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh released the Congress manifesto promising SOPs for all sections.
This election manifesto is a forward-looking, visionary document which promises the people of Punjab that we will undo the damage that was done to the Punjab economy by the previous government in the last 10 years.
The manifesto promises loan waiver and free power to farmers, wiping out the drug trade within a month, stipend of 2,500 rupees per month to unemployed youth, free smart mobile phones to youth and free textbooks to all children. The party also promises to generate as many as 25 lakh jobs within the next 5 years to provide employment to all youth in the state. The manifesto also promises to bring a new industrial policy within 90 days, besides promising an end to the VIP culture, bringing sweeping economic reforms and total transparency in governance. Free houses to homeless Dalits, SCs and OBCs have also been promised. Expressing confidence that his party will win the polls, Punjab Congress chief Captain Amrinder Singh promised to restore all that the state has lost over the years.
We have covered every facet of Punjab and we have in it to every walk of and people from all walks of life, all castes, all communities, all poor, all industrial development, all agriculture, all everything. हर प्रकार से हमने सबको cover किया है.
Punjab will vote for its next government on February 4th. The BJP Akali Dal combine has been in power for 10 years now, but this time it is a triangular contest between the Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP Akali Dal combine. Pranav Goswami's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And the Chief Electoral Officer of Goa has said that a report regarding the speeches made by AAP Supremo Arvind Kejriwal, where he asked people to accept money from all the candidates but to vote for his party, will be sent to the Election Commission. Now, the ruling BJP in Goa has filed 2 separate complaints against Kejriwal, while the Congress has demanded that the EC should take a suo motu action against him. Now, addressing rallies during the weekend, the Delhi Chief Minister had reportedly told the people to accept money if given by BJP and Congress candidates, but vote only for AAP. Remember, Goa will go to assembly polls on 4th of February.
तो केजरीवाल की पब्लिक रैली थी मापसा में, उसने वो पब्लिक रैली पे लोगों को अपील किया है कि अगर वोट डालने के लिए अगर कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी पैसे देती है तो पैसे एक्सेप्ट करो, ले लो पैसा, ऐसा अपील किया है. एंड इसके वजह से भारतीय जनता पार्टी गोवा प्रदेश ने उनके ऊपर इलेक्शन कमीशन के पास कंप्लेंट फाइल की है, क्योंकि इट इज अ वायलेशन ऑफ कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट और वायलेशन ऑफ मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट है.
ऐसे केस में हम लोग अभी कंसर्न जो रिटर्निंग ऑफिसर हैं उनसे हम रिपोर्ट मंगाएंगे, एग्जैक्ट ट्रांसक्रिप्ट क्या थी, और उस आधार पे हम भारत निर्वाचन आयोग को अपनी रिपोर्ट भेजेंगे, तो उस पर आयोग के निर्देशानुसार हम लोग उस पर कार्रवाई करेंगे.
On to some other news now. Well, the CBSE board will conduct its class 10 and 12 exam from 9th of March to 29th of April to avoid clashes with the state assembly elections. Well, on Monday, in a press statement, the board said that as the examinations have been delayed by a week, the results will be declared on time. It also said that the board has adopted several initiatives to help in faster processing of results. Now, Class 10 exams will end on 10th of April, while the Class 12 exams will conclude on 29th of April. Well, this will be the last school-based exam for Class 10 candidates. From 2018, the CBSE will have only one exam for Class 10 candidates. 5 states, remember Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Goa and Manipur are going to polls from 4th of February till 8th of March. And now a look at what all will be making news through the day. Let's take a look in the day ahead. The Cabinet Secretary will respond to the Election Commission today on budget dates. Earlier on 7th of January, the Commission had asked the Cabinet Secretary to spell out the centre's stand on the opposition party's demand that presentation of Union Budget 2017-18 be delayed until after the polls. Well, the opposition parties have argued that the budget could influence outcome of polls. The Supreme Court will hear the various cases on the constitutional legitimacy of triple talaq and polygamy today. Several Muslim women have filed the petition seeking quashing of triple talaq practice. However, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board has defended the practice. Earlier, the Allahabad High Court had termed the practice as unconstitutional. The Supreme Court will hear the plea seeking to call the treaty on Indus water issue as unconstitutional. The petitioner also called for scrapping of the treaty. Well, the petitioner alleged that the treaty was signed between the Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, then, and Pakistan President Ayub Khan, and that it should have been signed by the President of India. On to the other developing story now. Well, Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh has sought a detailed report from the Border Security Force of the BSF over the allegations of substandard food being served to soldiers deployed along the India-Pakistan border. Well, this came after several videos were uploaded on social media by a BSF Jawan wearing a uniform and carrying a rifle showing the poor quality of food that is allegedly being served to the troops. Now, in the video, the soldier claims that they work hours together, empty stomach at times, when the food is inedible. The Jawan also claimed that while government procures essentials for them, the higher-ups and the officers sell it off in an illegal manner in the market. Well, the Border Security Force has ordered an inquiry taking cognizance of the matter, claiming that the Jawan in the video is a habitual offender with a difficult past. But a DIG rank officer has also reached the location to investigate the circumstances that have been alleged in the videos. And right now, we'll take a very short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Ghata, one of the oldest and most unique percussion instruments of southern India. You can play it not only with your fingers, but palms, wrists and heels as well. You'll be surprised, but the air inside the ghatam reverberates, creating the musical notes. 5 elements of nature: earth, water, air, fire and space make up the composition of this beautiful musical piece, which has found an apt place in most of the ancient books.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Well, thanks for staying with us. Well, President Pranab Mukherjee addressed the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas on Monday, where he expressed concern over the plight of temporary migrants abroad. He also called for upgradation of skills of those who are seeking jobs overseas. He also spoke about the vulnerabilities of expat Indians, especially Indian women marrying into NRI families. He said that Indian community organizations abroad can most effectively address their concerns, even as the government and their agencies deal with this issue. Well, the President was addressing the valedictory function of the 14th edition of the Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. He also conferred the Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awards on 30 eminent NRIs for their contribution to various fields like public service, community service, business, culture and education.
I would also like to flag the concerns of women and girls in India marrying into NRI families. Even as the government and its agencies deal with this issue, the concerns of this particular section can be most effectively addressed by the local community organizations.
Well, shifting focus to Gujarat, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Nobel Prize exhibition in the presence of 9 Nobel Prize winners from the fields of science and medicine late last night. Well, the theme of the series is Science Impacts Lives. While addressing the audience, the Prime Minister said that the younger generation is the future of India and that the mission is to make the youth employable. Well, the opening ceremony of the Vibrant Gujarat Summit is scheduled for afternoon today, when heads and representatives of the governments from over 20 nations will be present, besides the presence of a large number of businessmen and captains of the industry. Meanwhile, on Monday, Prime Minister inaugurated India's first international exchange, India INX, at Gandhinagar. Now, India INS, which is a subsidiary of the Bombay Stock Exchange, is one of the world's most advanced technology platforms, which will operate for 22 hours a day, allowing international investors and NRIs to trade from anywhere across the globe. Prime Minister Modi also inaugurated the Vibrant Gujarat, the global trade show. Representatives of over 80 countries are participating in this Vibrant Gujarat, the global trade show, where more than 15 lakh people are expected to visit over the course of next 5 days.
India is in an excellent time zone between West and East. It can provide financial services through the day and night to the entire world. The exchange, I am told, will work 22 hours a day, starting when the Japanese markets start and closing when US markets close.
And the Income Tax Department has claimed that a number of cooperative banks indulged in money laundering at an unprecedented scale during demonetization. Well, IT Department has identified the banks in Alwar, Jaipur, Delhi, where bank management laundered unaccounted cash between 1.5 crores to 8 crore rupees. Well, in a majority of these cases, the banks used a weak KYC documents and also did not comply with the banking rules and laws framed by the RBI. Remember, also a huge amount of cash was seized from unallotted and Benami lockers from several small towns, including Solapur and Surat, as well as Mumbai and Pune. Well, according to the report, more than 1,200 new accounts were opened post demonetization in the name of third persons on the basis of fake IDs or even weak KYC documents. And Pakistan has successfully tested its first submarine-launched cruise missile. Well, the Babur 3 missile, which has a range of 450 kilometers, can carry a nuclear warhead. Pakistan military has said, adding that the missile had been developed indigenously. Now, the country's military in a statement further said that the missile was fired from an underwater mobile platform and hit its target with a precise accuracy, and that it gives the country a credible second strike capability. Now, Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif said that the test showed Pakistan's technological progress and self-reliance. Well, the development came less than a month after Pakistan conducted a successful test of an enhanced version of a Babur ground cruise missile. Remember, India has already successfully test-fired a nuclear-capable submarine-launched missile in 2008 and also tested a submarine-launched cruise missile in 2013. Big international story now. Well, US President-elect Donald Trump has named his son-in-law Jared Kushner as one of his senior White House advisors. Now, the 35-year-old played a key role in the presidential campaign, and his new White House job will cover both domestic and foreign policy. Now, Kushner, who is married to Ivanka Trump, is a property developer and said that he would step down as boss of his family's real estate business if he took the White House job. Now, Kushner will also not take a salary. However, his appointment will be controversial because of nepotism laws and concerns over potential conflicts. But Trump's team has argued that a law barring officials from giving government jobs to relatives does not apply to White House positions. And now a quick wrap of what else is happening across the globe in World Wrap. The United Nations has said that 22,000 Rohingyas have fled Myanmar to Bangladesh in the past 1 week, one-third of the number that fled since the army launched a crackdown in the north of Rakhine state. Now, this implies a sharp escalation in the numbers fleeing a military campaign, which human rights groups say that has marred by abuses so severe that they could amount to crimes against humanity. Well, the statement comes as United Nations Human Rights Envoy for Myanmar began a 12-day visit to the country. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Tuesday will deliver his first address to the Security Council since taking office. In his speech, he is likely to make the case for a more assertive diplomacy backed by world powers. Now, Guterres took over from Ban Ki-moon on 1st of January with the pledge to shake up the world body and boost efforts to tackle global crises. At least 8 people have been killed in a suicide bomb attack on a police station in North Sinai, Egypt. The bomber rammed the building in El Arish with a lorry filled with explosives. Militants then opened fire on the police station. No group has yet taken responsibility for the attack, but the area is often targeted by the Islamic State group. More than 30 people are now known to have died as icy temperatures continue to grip much of Europe, many of them migrants or homeless people. Now, 10 people died of cold in Poland on Sunday. Deaths have also been reported in Italy, the Czech Republic, Russia and Ukraine. Temperatures have plunged to minus 20 degrees Celsius in some regions. Even Greece's islands are covered in snow. And on to some sports news now. Well, Cristiano Ronaldo has won FIFA's rebranded Player of the Year award at the inaugural Best FIFA Football Awards in Zurich on Monday, beating his old rival Lionel Messi. Well, the 31-year-old Ronaldo has won the Champions League with his club Real Madrid and then Euro 2016 with Portugal. Well, Argentine Messi was second in the vote and Frenchman Griezmann was third. Now, Messi missed the ceremony along with all other Barcelona players who had been invited. Ronaldo also won the France Football's Ballon d'Or and the other major international award for the sport last month.
E dizer que o ano de 2016 foi o melhor ano da minha carreira. Muitas dúvidas havia, mais um troféu demonstrou que as pessoas não são cegas, as pessoas dão os seus votos, as pessoas veem jogos, as pessoas veem as compétições.
Non, après j'étais un peu presque sûr qu'il allait gagner parce qu'il a tout gagné cette année et voilà, faut le féliciter, il a fait une grosse saison, que ce soit en club ou en sélection, donc voilà, chapeau à lui et voilà, après moi continuer de mon côté à travailler, prendre du plaisir sur le terrain et essayer d'en donner aux supporters.
Well, Ronaldo beats out Messi yet again. And with this, we wrap up this edition of news. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.